And those against?
Against!
Very well. Now, the project of Legree. Who is there here who totally agrees?
I do.
Legree votes for himself. And those opposed?
Opposed!
And now all those who favor Borgia's cause, it being to eliminate Santa Claus.
Aye, aye, aye!
And those opposed? It seems the women have a way with them. At least they have carried the day with them. Motion's carried. And now we'll decide which one of us will take Nick for a ride. We'll all draw lots and thus settle the moot point of who'll be sent to execute.
You are listening to This Is My Best. And in just a few moments, we'll tell you the rest.
Every one of the dollars you'll invest in a television set is mighty important to you. So make sure you get full value for your money. Make sure you get an RCA Victor. New RCA Victor television costs as little as $199.95. Yet it's the finest TV you can buy. And remember this, when you buy one of the new RCA Victor television receivers, you can enjoy America's finest installation and maintenance through an RCA Victor factory service contract. This exclusive factory service is another reason why, every year, more people buy RCA Victor than any other television.
And there you have it, the plot to overthrow Christmas from the show This Is Your Best. That was Act 1. And did you know that the famous writer and producer, Norman Lewis Cornwin, was actually born on May 3rd, 1910. And he was very well known back in the 1930s and 40s, the golden days of old-time radio, for being a big producer and writer. And he was also later had a lot of inspiration that came from him. People like Gene Roddenberry, if you remember him, he's the writer of the Star Trek series. And Norman Lear was also a big fan of his, and these people found him to be a great inspiration as they had their careers. Well, he was born in Massachusetts, Boston actually, my hometown, and he passed away on October 18th, 2011, at the ripe old age of 101. Wow. He sure had a long life. When we come back, we're going to hear Act 2 of this fantastic show. I know you're enjoying it as much as I am, and we're going to listen to it next. But first, let's get a little message in here.
Do you need to sell your house fast? We buy houses for cash, any reason, any condition in Chicago or surrounding suburbs. We'll give you a quick offer at www.russellbuyshomes.com. If you're looking for ways to sell your house fast, go to www.russellbuyshomes.com. We help homeowners, giving an alternative way to sell your house fast. Forget waiting weeks or even months for a real estate agent to try to sell your home. You don't have that kind of time, and you probably don't want to pay fat commissions either. Go now to www.russellbuyshomes.com for an instant cash offer. Call 773-231-7405. Remember, you don't have to wait to sell your home. We'll buy that house for cash, any reason, any condition in Chicago or surrounding suburbs. www.russellbuyshomes.com. You'll have cash in your hand in no time.
And now we're going to get back to Act 2 of this great show right here on the best of the golden days of AM radio, a Christmas tradition. We're doing a Christmas show, and this one is the conclusion of the plot to overthrow Christmas. And if you didn't hear, it stars Orson Welles, a very famous, notable actor himself. And just for you buffs of knowledge, I was looking up here on the internet, and the radio play the plot to overthrow Christmas that we were listening to was originally performed on December 25th back in 1938. So let's listen to the conclusion of this great show right here on the golden days of AM radio.
And now back to the story. So we may all learn from our old friend Sotto Voce, visiting down where it's eternal noche.
This is your old friend Sotto Voce visiting down where it's eternal noche. Noche is Spanish for night, you know, merely a reference just to show that English isn't all I have to go by. Oh, well, I guess I've missed my calling. I should have been a lobbyist. You see, I'm stalling to give them time to finish the voting. Let's see, the weather. Now I'm quoting the Daily Hellion. Continued heat both overhead and under feet. Light showers of brimstone toward the evening hours. Oh, that's what it says here. I'm not fibbing. How am I doing with my ad-libbing? This is a thing a Gabbard have fun with. Say, the drawing should soon be done with. We expect the results at any moment now, as soon as
The lots have been drawn, and I'm glad to say the honor has fallen Nero's way. Now, Nero, you are charged with a great task. It's the evilest deed that we could ask a fiend to do. We'll be proud of you.
Just one moment. How do I get there? What do I wear? Is it dry or wet there? Is it fact or fancy or just word of mouth that he lives at the pole? Is it north or south? What shall I use when it comes to showdown? A gun or a dagger? Give me the lowdown.
Now, Nero, you needn't sound so tragic. You'll get to Earth by the blackest magic. To create an express elevator is simple for an expert spell creator. With a lot of pyrotechnic dazzle, we'll let you off at a hill in Basel, Switzerland. From there, you will make your way to the Arctic Circle, then break your way through ice with a blowtorch. After a while, you're bound to reach Santa's domicile. And once you get there, my dear Nero, all of our work will have gone for zero if you don't succeed in your assignment.
I know. But first we don't succeed. We can try and try again, but there's no need because nothing will come of it. Meaning no offense. Do you mind if I take my departure hence?
That, my friends, was a big brass gong. It's using this story right along to indicate that we're about to travel to points where the plot will further unravel. And now, if Ambassador Nero elects, we'll have another spot of sound effects.
Stranger, is this Basel, Switzerland? Or is it already Donner and Blitzerland?
Donner and Blitzerland's 5,000 miles away.
Thank you, mister, and good day. Tell me, stranger, because I've lost stock, where am I now?
In Vladivostok.
Listen, stranger, after all these centuries of blistering heat, now I have to suffer from freezing feet. I'm wincing with pain from this pesky toe.
Now speak English, Eskimo.
I declare by my frenetic soul I must be over the magnetic pole. My watch has stopped. Can that be right? I wonder. Light. A light! In a moment now you'll hear me knock on Santa's door, and he'll unlock it, never more to lock again.
Coming!
So is doom.
How do you do, sir?
Very well indeed, and you, sir?
Splendidly. Won't you come right in? Take your coat off. I see your chin is frozen. Also your hands and knees. Sit down while I get you some antifreeze.
Don't bother, sir. I will not be long. I'm about to perpetrate a frightful wrong. In short, I'm going to do away with...
Take it easy. Do not play with that gun. I know all about you.
Oh, really?
Haven't I had my agent scout you for weeks? You've come all this way to abolish Christmas. Now, let me say...
Listen, Santa, I'm no callow stripling. I've read Ernest Hemingway and Kipling. And also the shooting of Dan McGrew and plenty of detective stories, too. And just to show you what a broad guy I am, I've also read the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. Do you think that a fellow with his reading so graded could have learned so little as to be dissuaded from a main objective? Why, don't make me giggle.
I'd feel a lot better if you wouldn't wiggle that gun so. Much as I'm impressed with your education, I honestly believe that a figure of your station should have given more thought to the ways of man and less devotion to the cult of Pan.
I came to dispatch a duty, so don't hand me any of this tutti-frutti. If you've any last words you want to say, then spell them. I haven't got all day.
Now, what's the rush? Unless I've counted wrong, the polar day has always been 6 months long.
Well, after I've disposed of you, I've got to hurry right back to hell, or they'll begin to worry.
Not about you, but about your career in homicide. Do you think that the mere loss of you would make them hysterical? Their only interest is numerical.
Think so?
Mephisto wants to rule just as much of humanity as possible for reasons of personal vanity.
By the sticks, you're right. To think that he'd dare. Are there any ladies here? Will you permit me to swear?
My answer to that is an emphatic no. There are several lady dolls in the toy room below.
Oh, Cassius. Oh, Claudius. Oh, Naphthaline. What a fool I've been. What a fool I've been. Wait, I think I see what you're after. You're as clever as a big-time Roman graft. Do you think I could be that meanly deceptive to Satan? Why, Santa, I'm keenly perceptive. I can see right through all your clever ruses. Nero can be plenty foxy when he chooses. I'll have you know that I'm partly a dreamer, partly a wit, and partly a schemer. I'm part philosophical and also part mystic.
I suppose you fancy that you're highly artistic.
Fancy? Why, I have such a sense of beauty.
Don't hand me a helping of tutti frutti. Any creature who really had beauty in his soul would appreciate Christmas. He would know that the whole idea of the holiday was one of such power that all the fiends below might gnash their fangs and glower, yet never in a million years could do it harm. Because it has a glory, a greatness, a charm that you would know nothing about.
Yes, that's so.
The spirit that it venerates, the good cheer that it generates, are things far, far beyond you. For all your wealth, no man on earth could sell ye these.
Am I so cursed as that? Will you tell me, please, what beauties there may be that I have never seen?
Have you ever seen a Christmas tree, tall and green, smelling of woodlands covered with a sheen of silverness? Its branches bending low, with the fruits of human kindness instead of snow?
No.
Have you ever closely witnessed what takes place any Christmas morning on a young child's face? Or perceived any beauties purer than the joys distilled in the hearts of little girls and boys? Have you ever watched a fire in a fireplace on a Christmas Eve? Or listened to grace at table heavy with fruits and cakes and all the wonders that a kitchen makes? Fowls and pastries, wines and meats, and nuts and raisins and candied sweets? Have you ever seen mistletoe hanging from a ceiling? In frosty air, heard a far bell pealing? Have you ever seen the beauty of a sprig of holly? Or felt for a moment how it feels to be jolly?
Golly.
Have you ever known how exceedingly pleasant it is to unwrap a Christmas present? Did you ever know how much cheer it lends to be wished a Merry Christmas by all your friends? Did you ever experience the fun of giving? Do you know at all of the joys of living?
I guess I don't. For all of me, I never knew such things could be. Just think how long in ignorance I've slept.
It must have been the company you've kept.
I was a wicked tyrant once, you know.
Ah, yes, but that was centuries ago. You really had no way of knowing.
Perhaps. I guess that I'll be going. I really should be getting on my way.
But do you have to? Don't you want to stay?
Well, you see, I'm just a bit...
Embarrassed?
Well, yes, sir.
Now, don't look so harassed. I know just why you came and who it was that sent you. But that's all done with. I take it you repent you of all your past mistakes.
With many pains and aches of conscience.
Then you are welcome here. Please take your hat off. Your coat. Your muffler also. Take your spat off. What happened to the other one? No matter. You're pretty thin. You'll presently be fatter. I serve good food here. I'll get you a platter of steak and mushrooms. Medium or rare. I'll bet that you're as hungry as a bear.
A while ago you asked me if I understood good cheer. I do so now, St. Nicholas. I see it standing here. I want to ask you something, sir. Now, please don't give a yelp. Is there any sort of work to do where I can be of help?
Indeed there is, indeed there is. And I am glad you asked me. I have so many toys to make this year, the job's got past me. But first you sit and eat this bowl. I've got a little trifle I'd like for you to see. So will you sit right here and stifle your curiosity? I'll get it for you right away.
Well, who'd ever think it? Will wonders never cease?
And there you have it. We have to cut it short because we're running out of time because our syndicated program here is going to get cut off. They only give us 30 minutes, so that's it for our show this week. It ends right now, and if you want to hear more old-time radio classics, you can visit our website, 1710amamerica.net. We have an online radio station running 24/7. Until next week, my friends, have a good week and keep smiling.